Welcome back to Fairyqueen Talks. This is your space for reflection, elevation, and real conversations about becoming the most aligned version of yourself, financially, emotionally, and spiritually. Today's episode was inspired by a quote that stopped me in my tracks. It came from the artist Jill Scott during a conversation with interviewer Angie Martinez. And when I heard it, I felt like it captured an entire lifetime of wisdom in just a few sentences. She said, "You work hard in your 20s, you work smart in your 30s, you work how you want to in your 40s, when you want to in your 50s, and finally, if you want to in your 60s." That quote is more than inspirational, it's instructional. It reminds us that every decade invites a different relationship with work, money, and ourselves. And today I want to unpack what it really means to honor each decade, especially in a world where financial freedom, not just money, is the real goal. What we're really chasing. Let's be honest. When we say we want to be millionaires or billionaires, what we're really trying to say is that we want freedom. Freedom from stress, freedom from survival mode, freedom to say yes to opportunities and no to things that drain us. Financial freedom is about reaching a place where nothing feels unattainable, where your choices are not dictated by fear, lack, or urgency, but by alignment. And this is why this quote resonates so deeply, because it shows us that freedom isn't accidental. It's built decade by decade. Your 20s, working hard. Working hard in your 20s is about investment. This is the decade where you invest time, sometimes more than anything else, to figure out what kind of work can generate income for you. For most people, this is the season of fewer responsibilities, less attachment, more flexibility. This is where hustling makes sense. Multiple streams of income, side projects, learning new skills, trying things, failing fast, and trying again. But here's the key. The money you earn in your 20s isn't for reckless spending. It's not about keeping up appearances or living beyond your means. It's about saving and investing, preparing for big purchases like a home, a wedding, or future stability. Your 20s are about planting seeds. You may not see the harvest yet, but trust me, it's coming. Your 30s, working smart. In your 30s, you work smart. This is where intention becomes everything. You're no longer just hustling, you're strategizing. You're pivoting in your career, climbing corporately, or identifying how your business can scale. This might look like partnerships, collaboration, or aligning with organizations that can expand your reach. You're now playing the long game. For many, this decade also comes with more responsibility, home ownership, family, dependence. So every decision you make matters more. This is a decade where you plan for retirement, where you take what you've learned in your 20s and refine it, where you ask, is this moving me closer to the life I want or just keeping me busy? In your 30s, nothing should be accidental. Everything should be intentional. Your 40s, working how you want. Your 40s are about choice. By this point, you're more established. You've built credibility, you have experience, stability, and confidence in your abilities. Now you get to decide, do I want to reach for the skies, or do I want to invest more time outside of work? This is where alignment becomes louder than ambition. You work how you want because you've earned that autonomy. And that right there is freedom in motion. Your 50s, working when you want. In your 50s, work becomes optional, not operational. You've built assets, you've accumulated knowledge, you've contributed decades of value. This is when many people shift into consulting, mentoring, or working fewer hours while still adding immense value to their industry. You're enjoying the fruits of your labor while still staying connected to purpose. This is not about slowing down, it's about working on your own terms. Your 60s, working if you want. Your 60s represent the ultimate choice. You've given full decades to the world, to society, to the economy, to your family, to your craft. At this stage, work should be optional. So should retirement. So should travel, rest, and joy. But here's the truth we have to acknowledge. In today's economy, many people don't have this luxury because they weren't financially prepared. And this is where self-awareness matters. Aging is inevitable. What's not inevitable is being unprepared. True wealth is having both health and disposable income, because that's when life can be enjoyed fully. In closing, Jill Scott ignited something powerful within this wisdom, and it's something we should treasure. No matter what decade you're in, no matter your financial situation right now, start where you are. Don't worry about what you didn't do. Choosing to do something now is more important. Organize your finances, educate yourself. Adapt this decade framework to your own life, even if it means shortening the timelines. The goal is not perfection, the goal is preparation. And to those who are 60 and beyond, I hope you are enjoying the fruits of your labor. Your contributions matter more than you know. I have been blessed to have elderly friends who've shared wisdom with me, wisdom that shapes how I live today, so I can enjoy a life of quality for the rest of my days on this earth. And that, my lovelies, is the real legacy. Thank you so much for listening to Fairyqueen Talks. Until next time, honor your decade and honor yourself.